Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here. I'm going to do a video for you Rams fans out there that are asking me, should the Rams consider signing one of two veterans? Both have played in the NFC West. Richard Sherman, who is a free agent cornerback who could transfer over to safety, and linebacker K.J. Wright. ESPN has come out, mainly Bill Barnwell has come out and projected K.J. Wright to be a pickup of the Rams. Now, I'm going to give you my thoughts on this, but let me just start off with this. I don't see the point. The Rams are the youngest team in football, and if you think they need a veteran to add to that, that's fair. But, and this is coming from somebody that likes Richard Sherman, I don't see how you're going to take Jalen Ramsey, Darius Williams, David Long, who's a third-round pick. You just drafted Robert Rochelle in the 4th round. You have Dante Dion. I don't see the point of going out and getting a veteran, which will ultimately push somebody back. You've been waiting for David Long to emerge as a third-round pick in the 2019 draft. The last thing I'm doing is getting a veteran that could give him no chance to ever make this team and ever make an impact. Yeah, you have to hope. I didn't love the pick, but you have to hope that David Long amounts to something because they spent a third-round pick on him. On top of that, you look at the linebackers. You go out, you get Ernest Jones in the 3rd round. You have Travon Howard, who, yes, he's a late-round pick that they really like and who is a hybrid safety linebacker who they're going to use at linebacker. You have a guy in Troy Reeder, who is a UDFA out of Delaware. And you have Micah Kaiser as a 5th-round pick. You have Christian Roseboom, who has showed up in practices and has looked good and has given you an opportunity to, potentially move him to the starting lineup. He's somebody that has great potential. And then you have Kenny Young, who you got in the trade for Marcus Peters. And to me, I sit here and I think, yeah, KJ Wright's a good player. Richard Sherman could still play. But they don't need veterans at those positions. They don't. They were the number 1 defense last year with Micah Kaiser / Troy Reeder playing the linebacker spot and alternating between, Kenny Young. And, to me, I don't think they need that. What they need, if they were going to justify making any move whatsoever to get a veteran, it wouldn't be to get a veteran to have a veteran. Melvin Ingram was supposed to sign with the Dolphins, but honestly, there's a holdup here, and I don't know if he's going to end up signing. He's in his early 30s, but he's still a hell of a pass rusher, and if you could justify getting anybody for this defense, it's signing another pass rusher. Sure, you have young guys there, but what I've seen out of Troy Reeder at linebacker, he's produced. Micah Kaiser, although he's never available because he gets hurt a ton, he's produced. When he's on the field, he's produced, okay? I haven't seen that with the pass rushers. Terrell Lewis is a giant question mark because of his knee. Obo Okoronkwo has had a hard time staying healthy and has flashed, but for the most part, hasn't really done a whole lot. You could probably say Justin Hollins is the most productive on that side after Leonard Floyd. Then you have Chris Garrett, who I really like, but you're going to need to develop him. So if you could justify any position, it wouldn't be the cornerbacks who have maybe the best duo in football, have David Long, a 3rd-round pick, and a 4th-round pick, and Robert Rochelle, who they love. It wouldn't be the linebackers, who they just added a 3rd-round pick to, they gave the highest leadership grade to, and a guy that already had intel in the Rams. You look at the running back coach and assistant head coach in Thomas Brown, who's actually worked with Ernest Jones one-on-one. Has worked with him, has been in that same locker room, knows what he brings. The last thing I'm going to do is stunt these guys' growth to bring in a veteran that you just simply don't need. Why do you need a veteran? Why do you need Richard Sherman? And this is coming from a Richard Sherman fan. I always wanted him to play for the Rams. I love his story. If you guys don't know, he, went to Stanford, came from a really rough area, rough neighborhood, rose above it, went to Stanford. But I just, to me, I don't see the point of going out and getting Richard Sherman. I don't see the point of going out and get KJ Wright. If you could make any argument, it would be pass rusher and be Melvin Ingram. He's the best pass rusher remaining. He's a guy that, at the very least, you're going to get production out of. And keep this in mind, he was with the Chargers. He was in LA. He wants to go back to LA in some facet. But I honestly think if the Rams were interested, I think he'd choose the Rams. Why would you not choose the Rams? They didn't make a ton of moves in the offseason. I do feel like one is coming. They could make a last-second move. They've had an opportunity to look over these guys in this offseason program, and before training camp, they could sign somebody. But it shouldn't be a corner when they're already loaded at corner. It shouldn't be a corner that moves to safety when you have guys like Jordan Fuller and Terrell Burgess and Taylor Rapp and Nick Scott. You don't want to stunt their growth. And it shouldn't be a linebacker because you just added linebacker via the draft in Ernest Jones. And you have guys that, quite frankly, have produced. You don't need a linebacker. You made the decision to draft Ernest Jones. That was your linebacker that you added. You don't need another one. So that's my thoughts on that. Could they make it work cap-wise? I'm sure. If they want to get any of those guys, they could probably make it work. I mean, we were talking about them getting Julio Jones at one point, so they could absolutely make it work. But is it safe to say the 2021 Rams roster set? Potentially. I don't know if necessarily they're going to go out and get anybody, and I don't know if necessarily it makes any sense to go out and get anybody. And I'm not going to fault them for it, because at the end of the day, I just want the Rams to be consistent, but I want them to stay young so they don't take themselves completely out of a long-term window. And I feel like by going out and getting these guys and, stunning the growth of other guys, and keep this in mind, valuable reps, you spend all this, and this is exactly what I've been saying with the offensive line. You spent all this draft capital on a Bobby Evans in the third round, a Joe Nopum in the third round. You went out and you got Brian Allen in the fourth. You spent one on Jamil Demby and Tremaine Ingram and David Edwards. I don't want to see that go to waste. And I know some of it's going to go to waste because they're just not going to pan out. But that's why I wasn't lining up to go out and get Morgan Moses. It's why I wasn't lining up to go out and trade for an offensive lineman, because they don't need to. So that's how I feel. I feel really good about this offense. I feel really good about this defense. And I think the guys that are going to start, they're going to come from this roster. They're going to emerge. But, if you're going to get anybody, Melvin Ingram is the best available in my opinion, and he'd be a good bet. And the running back position, they're good. If they were to get anybody, I'd hope it'd be Adrian Peterson. Obviously, Todd Gurley's not realistic, but if they were to, they felt like they needed another guy, Adrian Peterson makes sense. No, they should not get another wide receiver. No, they should not get another tight end. Love their quarterback room, so absolutely not. Their offensive line's fine. Their defensive line's totally fine. The linebackers are fine. The corners, the safeties. So, in short, pass rusher. If they added one more, I can justify that. But aside from that, that's my thoughts. Again, we may not agree, but that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. So when you guys, you asked me the other night on stream, what I thought about getting Richard Sherman and K.J. Wright. I'm not trying to be a downer on it because I do like both players. I think they're very quality players, but I don't see the point, and I'm a big fan of developing what you have, because it's very important when you have essentially, you spend all this draft capital. It's very important to make sure you get the most out of that said draft capital. Very important. So that's my thoughts there. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this video, be sure to comment below. Let me know. Hit the like button. If you don't already subscribe, be sure to subscribe. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers. Maybe I'll do like a quick giveaway. I postponed the PS5 giveaway. That'll be later on in the year during the NFL season. But that's going to do it for me. You guys take care, and I'll be back later tonight to stream with you guys. I don't know what we'll be playing. Maybe some Mass Effect, maybe Madden. Who knows? If you guys also have any ideas of what I should play, always stop by the stream, let me know, and drop a comment as well. I look at everything, so I try to reply to everybody. I can't always do that, and plus the YouTube notifications are all out of whack. So thank you guys, and you guys take care. I'll talk to you guys soon.